Well, next this evening, new figures show a 25% increase in the number of people using food banks in Leeds.
Yes, the Leeds Food Aid Network say 25,000 people used the food banks in the city over the past year.
Well, tonight there's a special event in Leeds bringing together those involved in providing food aid. And Chris Kiddie is there for us. Chris.
Yes, we're at the St George's Centre where dozens of people have come to discuss the problems of food waste and food poverty. But first, this morning, we were out in Leeds looking at how the problem's tackled, if you like, at the sharp end. Volunteer Hannah Pearson prepares a delivery of food from the Holbeck Foodbank, one of 30 such food providers across Leeds. Here they take in up to 3 tonnes of food donations a month and make up to 30 deliveries a week to those they describe as being in crisis.
A lot of people that we deliver to, it's problems with their benefits that have caused them to have no money coming in at all. So whether there's been a delay in their benefits coming, a sanction or a change of circumstances causing a new claim to be needed to be processed. And there's that time lag where there's nothing coming in.
A recent all-party parliamentary report into benefit payments concluded that errors and delays can leave vulnerable people in desperate situations. The government have yet to respond to those report findings. Hannah is delivering food to Linda Smith, who's been on long-term sickness benefit but may now be transferring to job seekers allowance. She says the food aid is vital.
I can feed the children my daughter, I can feed her, and we just, we can have food to eat, and, it helps us, and put it one way, it helps everybody who actually really needs it.
The chairman of the Leeds Food Aid Network says food banks mean less food is now actually being wasted.
It's a credit to some of the supermarkets that are trying to move forward on this in terms of trying to get more waste food to be used effectively. But it's still a huge challenge. A big challenge is that a lot of people in food poverty actually is just stuck in their houses, and we need to connect them wherever possible with appropriate food aid provision.
Whatever the reasons for the rise in food banks, there are, it seems, increasing numbers of people turning to them in times of greatest need. Well, the government spokesman said tonight they are determined to move to a higher wage society. They're also spending £80 billion on working age benefits as a safety net for those who need it most, they say. Joining me now, Dave Patterson, who you saw there, and Sonia Woodcock. Dave, food poverty, briefly, why does it still exist?
Well, we've seen a very significant rise in living costs, which are plateauing since 2014, but they're not going down. And on top of that, we've seen some very significant welfare changes, particularly delays in benefits and benefit sanctions, which are really impacting on people in a very real way, leading people to turn to food banks and other forms of food aid provision.
And very quickly, Sonia, I'm sorry about the shortage of time, but you concentrate on growing food. We can grow more of our own food, can't we?
We sure can grow more of our own food. We do there's opportunities to grow food in schools now that it's in the curriculum. And there's lots of potential for urban farming in the city as well. So really scaling up from just the backyard growing.
Where will we find the land in Leeds to have urban farms?
Well, Leeds is very lucky. It has a lot of green space, so we need to be talking to our local council about that.
And can everybody join in this, or just a selected few, if you like?
Oh, well, no, everybody can get involved, but of course there's set processes that people would need to go through. But at Feed Leeds, we're keep pushing and keep working in this way because we feel it's very important that we have a more strategic approach to food for the city.
Sonia and Dave, thanks very much indeed. And the food here tonight is, as you would expect, very good.
Glad to hear that, Chris. Thanks very much. Now.